of the course, coming on an electric finish. Do it again. He's coming at Rainbow Bridge. He's a board leader and he will do it again.
The second of our features is the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. It's a Group 3 event over 2,400 metres. And Graham, this race, I've got a feeling, is going to provide us with an exciting finish, because there's so many horses here that could actually win.
Well, in truth, this is a field race. And I have gone with the field in my first jackpot because I've been able to cut down the other legs. It's a very, very tough race. The Lonsdale Stirrup Cup has a history of producing upset results. They are betting it fairly wide, so Tapper North is the early favourite at 3-1, which was, I'm not saying surprising, but he has he hasn't won a race for 917 days.
It's a long time.
Would you be taking 3-1 about a horse that hasn't won for nearly 1,000 days? But there are many horses that haven't won for a long time. This is the battle of the weights, the top weights versus the bottom weights, and I've decided to go with those at the lower end of the handicap scale. My first selection is number 2, White Lightning. Now, he hasn't won for 654 days, but he's been knocking very loudly at the door. Jason Gates will give him an enthusiastic ride from a good draw. He stays the trip. He's had 3 runs over the distance for a second, a third, and a fourth. So he's got to be right there. Justin Snaith's runner, number 11, Swift Surprise, is my second choice. Nothing to choose between him and Mercurana on their last time they met, although Mercurana's just only recently arrived in KwaZulu-Natal. Swift Surprise has been here for a certain amount of time, so I give him a chance. Wealthy is an interesting runner, 7-year-old, only 53 on his back. He's won 6 races, but interestingly, over the distance, he's only had 3 starts for a win and a second. And he's drawn 1, Sean Veal for Dennis Dry, so they've got to be a runner. But we could go on and on and on, Silver Rose, many others. For me, it is a field race. My first selection is number 2, White Lightning, but this is where I'm expecting any kind of result.
Well, interesting, because in this race we're poles apart, and that's all right, because that's what it's all about. I haven't included White Lightning in any of my selections, but as you say, we could go on and on and on. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if he won, but we've got to give selections. I've gone for 6, Tapper North, despite the long rest, at least the long delay since his last win. I think he possibly could bounce back to winning ways, but with no degree of confidence, as you say. I've gone then for number 9, Marching On Together, who's dropped a little in the ratings, and I think is coming good at the right time. So healthy respect for that. And 10, Mercurana, and possibly 7, Flickety by far. I haven't included Swift Surprise, not saying that I don't think it can win, just that's how competitive it is.
Look, I'm also a very big fan of Marching On Together. I guess I've just got the needle to him. I really thought he was a racing certainty last time, went in a big way, he ran second to Paths of Victory, but he's also got a bit of pudding to carry, and he also hasn't won for some time. But like I said, we can go on and on and on. Just to wrap it up, I could be way off the mark with my selections, because just about every runner in the race has a chance. It's one of those handicaps. We don't have many handicaps over 1.5 miles at this level. And as I said, the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup has a history of producing surprise results, and this year could be no exception.
Absolutely, could be no exception. And even a horse like Clouds of Witness could get into the scrum, but I think we're set for an exciting finish.